With Happy-go-Lowery's creations. So I know it's only a few minutes early, but I want a nutcracker. Oh. And just the nutcracker leaner. So that is what we're going to do. The chocolate chores. Nutcracker. So we want to just see, guess how, do any of you collect nutcrackers? Collect nutcrackers. So we're going to So we're going to do this. So these are the pieces for the nutcracker. There's a lot. And I will just start cutting this. And then we'll go through the different other steps. Because this is big. See if I can even get it out of here. Now, once I cut this, I will fold this, and let me finish this. Look at all that shimmer. Woo! I'm so excited about that. Yeah, I did that waiting for the Packer game to start yesterday. Hey, Kim. So, it's like, where to start cutting on this? So I know some people will have a clue of how big this is, and others don't. But I will tell you, oh, we have glitter. You do not want glitter on your transfers. So let's just do a quick glitter back. Clean some of that up. Because I think I want to, because I don't know how much we're going to be able to get done on here. Because I know Jason, he's been asleep since probably 12, and I'm going to take some of these little pieces, and if I would have cleaned up my desk more, I mean, I've cleaned up, but not enough. So we're going to throw that in there for right now. So we have a little bit of room to put stuff. I'm going to put his feet over here, these over here. Then we have his hat, his hair, and his upper body. No, I'm going to wait until after my granddaughters leave before I put my tree up. And the only reason I say that is because I'm not sure Hey, just Kayla. And I don't want to have like a huge mess when they come. So that is why we're doing that. So these are the pieces for the nutcracker. So when I say he's a tall leaner, he is a tall leaner. So I'm going to try and put some of these little baby pieces back. Like it should have been, you know, that today is Monday, which thank God, right? But you can see, look how big he is. Do you see that? He's huge, right? So we are going to do his middle part first. And I want to do him, like you can see, it's not the prettiest of colors. So I'm thinking we should paint him red, and then we should put this on top of it with like the silver or black or that, right? What do y'all think? Hey, Tammy. So that is my thought.
This is a reminder. Fill out timesheet.
Yes, Ziggy, we hear you. Ziggy just likes to be, you know, obnoxious. So we're going to put him here. And I was thinking about doing so paint it all red, and then have his pants be like maybe green or blue, and hat of course black, blonde hair, blonde beard, but his face will make it look kind of like that wood look that we used the baking soda. Okay, so we're going to first take a now you could paint this with your chalk paste, and I might do half just to show you. Now I'm going to show you, like, look, I've been putting my squeegees in here. I totally forgot to clean them. Oh, I'm so distracted lately. But I would think the better of the red would be, of course, the shimmer crimson. So we're going to start with the shimmer crimson and see if we like this, or if I should do it all in, yeah, this needs stirred really bad though. So I'm going to show you, okay, this is dirty. This is a wet wipe. You can clean it real easily. So what you're doing is when you're stirring it, especially if you live somewhere cold, here. Oh. I had to put my spray bottle over here. You guys can't really see him, but I brought my snowman thing upstairs because I wanted to see if I could do this display with it. And I put the greens in there, and the kitties started eating on them. So then I put a cork board over it, and he knocked the cork board off. So I put the water bottle, because he doesn't like it, on there. So shimmer does not spread as easily, just FYI. So I'm going to show you. We're going to put a big chunk down, and then always wet your brush. So I want you to see the difference. So this would be his beard in here, so that would be okay. Then I think this is his coat that comes down. So I'm just going to show you how, so you can decide how you want to do yours. Okay? So this is the shimmer. And you can see it's pretty, but it doesn't do as well, right? So do I have, oh hot diggity dog, you know I have it. I actually have metallic red. And folk art. Now watch the difference. It's not the same deep red that I want. Don't get acrylic paint on your shirts. But I will show you. And then I will show you how you can darken this if you want. So do you see that difference? The color is so much deeper and better. So we are going to, I'd like to see if this would, if they would mix together, but I don't think they will that well. But we are going to put it on top of the acrylic and see. Because that is what you do. Sometimes you don't know until you try something. That to me is the whole big thing, right? So I want to know, do any of you decorate with nutcrackers? I'm looking to see if I have like a shimmer black. A licorice black, a satin black. I want it just to have a little bit more to it. Hey Monica, how are you? Hey Donna. So I am, this is how I mix. I'm going to put some on and I'm going to spread it this way. And I know this is dark, but you'll see in a minute. We're going to now you could do this opposite way. You could do this black and then you could do red on top of it. So this is, see? So you could do black and then you could do the red on top. So we could do that as well. You guys let me know. Which do you think would be better? Do the background in red and then do the details in black, or do the background in red, details in the black, or black background, details in red? You guys tell me what you think. Can you guys see back here? Look at the tree. I did the glow in the dark. The red details on the black. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to leave this. This has a little bit of the shimmer in it, right? So, you know, sometimes my room is still not big enough for everything. So I'm going to try and move this over for right now, so it can start to dry a little bit. And then we're going to do his feet and the black and do the colors. So it's going to be okay that there's a little red in here because I really don't care. Now you could use Waverly chalk paint. The reason that most of us use Waverly instead of the acrylic, Waverly tends to dry, I think, faster, but it also lets you, when you're going to paint on it, I think it holds a different color on top of it better. But I didn't like the colors that I have, so never was at Walmart today getting more prescriptions for Jason, so I didn't think about doing the Nutcracker when I was in there. I was trying to be good and not look at all of the Black Friday specials. I don't know how many of you went Black Friday shopping. Y'all, I just cannot talk today. I basically have all my shopping done. I have a few things that I need to do, but other than that, I am done. In fact, we're doing Christmas tomorrow with my granddaughters. So, I just have just a few things. I want to get something for my dad and get it shipped down to my dad. So this is, that's my biggest thing, is that I need to get something for my dad and get it shipped. So, yeah, I tried to be very careful when I went in there. I just bought groceries. The only thing I bought that wasn't groceries that I didn't really need was this melted chocolate paint, because I want to do the s'mores. So we are going to slide him over here as well. Let those pieces dry. Then we're going to take his face and we're going to paint his face so it looks like wood. So in order to make it look like wood, you take your baking soda, come on. I don't want a lot to come out at once, but you know that's how it would do. And then I like the espresso and camel for that wood look. So we're going to go back in here, clean some more of my tools off, because they're silicone, they just wipe right off. I saw several TVs going out today when I was in Walmart, and I heard the line to get to our Fleet Farm. That was for the first 500 people got this fluffy little stuffed penguin. Was way out past the road and everything, and I thought, yeah, no, not for me. And remember, anytime that you are adding water, this is distilled or bottled. So we want more of the lighter color than we do too much like dark. But I want just a smidge of it, okay? And today was the first time I heard Christmas music on the radio. Hey, Deanne. So I want to know, how many of you like to listen to the Christmas music, or if you'd prefer that they wait a little bit yet. So by adding the baking soda, you are giving it a little bit of a texture. It makes a gritty noise. I don't like the gritty noise. I do not like that gritty noise. We are going to look at the... So you can see he has his hat and it comes down. So most of this is going to be his face. Okay? So we are going to just dab-a-do, little dab-a-do, and then we're going to take that little dark, right? Little dark, dab-a-do with the dark. Don't you just love my makeup words? A little dab-a-do, a little dab-a-do, a little here-a-do, there-a-do. Wet your brush, and then you're just going to this stuff soaked in. Just FYI, this really soaked it in. So when I put that brown, those brown dots on there, that soaked in right away as those brown dark ones. See, and I don't mind if they do like a little bit. I really haven't listened to any, but I will tell you, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas song, you know, her song, I'm already sick of her song already this year. And I know that was a huge, huge song for her and everything, but Lord, let me tell you, every video, Christmas reel I see all uses that. I'd much rather use the Michael Bublé. It's beginning to look like Christmas than to use that Mariah Carey one. That's my opinion. So I know you guys can't see this up close and you can't hear it, but I can hear the texture on here, and it is just different. So I want more of that brown streaky. So I'm going to go in there and just tappy. So I watched this Katie something, and she has baby Highland cows. They are so adorable. Like, we're talking like super adorable. Like, oh, if I lived somewhere, I would be all like, oh, I want one of those Highland mini cows, right? But when they run through her barn, they sound so cute, making tippy-tappy noise. And she was doing a video just right before I came on of tippy-tappy noise. And then she was doing the tippy-tappities from her big horses. Okay, so here we go. You guys are so quiet tonight. You guys are making me do all the work. Come on. Oh, Lord, y'all. Ooh, la 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 la. How does this hat go? We're still going to put a base of black, I think. Actually, I went almost to... We're going to do some of the metallic, and then we're going to put the black on top. Oh, do I love how this is so nice. Look at this. You can paint with your metallic. Look at this. Look how smooth this goes on. Because not all of our paste goes on this smooth. Hey, Karen. Hey, Linda. So it was so weird. We get home from dialysis, and I turn on channel 11, up here, my channel 11, and normally Family Feud is on, and there was football on. Well, Jason, he's not a fan of football. So I'm flipping through and I'm like, oh, there's football, there's football, there's football. I'm like, why is there college football on today? I don't know. Why is there college football? Like, I was totally confused. And I'm like, oh, it's because the Packers played yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday. No, yesterday wasn't Saturday. So I was like so confused. I could not figure this out in my head. I was like, why? So let's see if we can get a little chitter chatter going. Okay? And let's see if you guys can invite some friends to watch and some chitter chatter. And if we do, I have a little bit of a little happy mail that I can send out. So you can see this is how this is looking so far. So it's just a little bit of a base coat. Now, if you think it's too dark, you can take your wet wipe and you can easily just go over it. But it's totally up to you what you want, how you want your stuff to look. But I will tell you, it is pulling that baking powder with it a little bit, so. So we're going to let this dry. I'm going to clean up my hands. Hey Lisa, how are you? How many had leftovers today? I know some of you did not do Thanksgiving because you had to work and stuff. And I think Lisa's family doesn't like turkey, so they do ham. Ooh. So we're going to set this one aside, and we're going to pull this one back over and see if we can get this drying. Otherwise, we might do some of his other features, because I can see this is still pretty wet. Let's see how this one is doing. This black is almost dry, and if you can tell by, if you look at it, do you see where it's shiny? The shiny is where it is still wet. The shiny is where it is still wet. So now the hard part is, what color do we do his pants? Do we do his pants in blue, or do we do his pants in green? You guys give me a little bit of a shout out of what you think we should do. Man, look at this. I got so much resin and stuff on my little heat tool yesterday. I don't want to jinx it, but man, did it get all. I've had this thing for over 32 years, so clean this off. So we're going to do a little bit of a quick dry in. I think either a metallic, the Shimmer Forest one, or Scout, or the like a midnight blue. But you guys tell me what you think. Do you think his pants should be blue, or do you think they should be green? Karen, it's so cold up here this morning. It was 0 with the wind chill factor when I was up at 3:30. And that, I'm telling you, my friends, is too cold too soon. Too cold too soon. So you can go through and you can touch it and you'll be able to feel it, you know, too. So, hey Mary, how are you? So the question of the day is, do you decorate with nutcrackers? And who had Thanksgiving leftovers today? My favorite leftovers is to just smother everything in cranberries. Oh my gosh. I really need this lid off. It does not want to come off. Ugh. Oh. Kim doesn't decorate with nutcrackers. And, you know, I've never been like a huge fan of the nutcrackers. I'm more, I like to do angels. I like to do snowmen. I like to do like Father Time, Santas, like that. That is what I like to personally do. So I'm going to take another one of my little wands, and I'm going to knock down some of my wax inside of here, because it's like the bottom is empty, but it is all up against the sides. I just got wax underneath my fingernail, and that was a really weird feeling. If you can't tell, I need to do a little cleaning of these too. I need to clean them. So the reason that we put the wax down is why? Who can tell me? Who can tell me why we put the wax down? See, if your wax is too hard, just go in there and give it a quick shot. It will help to loosen that wax up a little bit. And then it makes it for easier spreading. Chalk had a Black Friday special running. It is our bow maker, our tassel maker, our scissors, and like a bag, I think it is. And that was $5 with a $50 purchase. And I have not made a purchase today, because I already have the scissors. I don't have the bow maker, but I have a bow maker that my kids got me 1 or 2 Christmases ago. So, and I am trying really hard to stay out of what they call Black Friday debt. Black Friday debt is when you go out and you buy all the great deals that you see, even if they're not on your Christmas list, and you still have Christmas shopping to do then. So I'm going to just heat this up a little bit so I can really buff that in. Because, you know, what am I going to say to y'all now? What do? And then you. Any of you watch me enough, you know what I want to say. And from what movie it is from that I always quote. That part, and him standing like the crane, that's about the only part of the movie. I don't like watching the fighting part. So, and Kim is right. It is so that when I put the next layer on, it doesn't come up. So you don't. Boy, the lag between my phone and my tablet is really weird. Like, I'm pointing to my phone right now, and on my tablet, I am still waxing I'm still buffing it. How weird is that? Okay, so the other night, I'm sorry how it cut out too. I'm just glad that we got a good chunk of that done. I want to try and make the bows. I just didn't get around to it yet for those. I'm going to cut this out here. The star, I don't even know where the star goes. I'm going to put that there. But let me tell you, let me show you. I know it's hard for y'all to tell this way, but I have these black lights. I will never ever. Do you see? Look at that. Do you see how much fun that is? Glue in the dark. Look at it. So then I can put the little the blink on here too. But I like that. I like how that turned out. So I was, oh shoot, fire, hang on, I just dropped something. I have so much stuff over here right now. We are gonna fuzz this. We're gonna move you out of the way because Lord have mercy, my desk is so full. So I will tell you, I am so grateful that it is Saturday tomorrow, because not only just because my kids are coming, but I am hoping to be able to sleep in some. So we're gonna fuzz this. And when you are layering over a piece, you want to make sure that you fuzz it well so that it does not come up. Because we do not want this to come up. So my sister and her husband were going to try and come in on Sunday. But now Bill is sick from whatever Kim's grandson brought home before Thanksgiving. Opening week of deer hunting, he was sick. So, yeah, they won't be coming in now. Jason is still dealing with pain from his ear infection. So that's always, you know. And that is why I am hoping that I will be able to sleep in. This transfer is a lot easier to line up than a lot of them. Let me just tell you, sometimes it is a real pain trying to line them up. And I'm trying to give them both like just a little bit on that they each have about the same amount on the edge. And you can take your squeegee, credit card, whatever you want, and you just want to try and get some of the air bubbles out. And I can tell you there's quite a few air bubbles in here. So we are going to work at lift it up, put it down, lift it up, put it down. Just so that you are trying to get as many of those air bubbles that you can out. Oh, there's so many in this one. So what color did we say we wanted his pants? Navy or the green? Okay, I am going to move this and see if that will help keep it from sticking in the wrong spots. See, and these, I think, are supposed to be his boots on here. I don't know, because I don't have any pictures of a nutcracker in front of me. I can tell you. I want to try and get as many of those air bubbles out. And sometimes you got to take your time with that. Because I will tell you, it's easier to get an air bubble out now than it is to have an air bubble that you need to go back and try and refix. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I'm trying to see. The course does not tell me anymore who is on. So if you guys are not talking to me, that is why I'm not talking to you, because it does not show me who's on and who's not on, which I don't like. I don't understand why it's doing this. So because I don't know what color y'all said, because it's not showing me any of your comments right now either. I am going to say that we're going to put him in like a cadet blue pants. And I think these are just his pants. I think these are supposed to be his boots, because I'm not quite sure what these are supposed to be. Like, are they the top of his boots so that they would be white? Oh, Kim, I know that you have to go see your mama. Kim goes and takes care of her mama, so that's why she's not as busy chit-chattering. I just hope my sister did not get sick again. But today is her Sabbath day, so they do things together. So we are going to go in, and I think we're going to use the midnight blue. And we're going to clean this. We're going to add just a squirts of water. Yeah, and that is the best part about chalk, is that maybe Kim would do hers in like the metallic, and you know me, I want everything in shimmer. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. So we're actually going to add a little bit of, since I don't have a lot in here, we are actually going to add shimmer frost right to my blue. Oh, is someone going to yell at me? Oh, no. Guess what? I'm my own business person. I can do that if I want. I can. I can add it to it. I want it to look like they're shiny blue pants. Because I don't know if you guys know that, like, most, like, service, they have, like, what they call, like, dress blues. So a lot of them, even if, like, you know, you normally see them in khaki or brown and stuff, that when they get dressed up, they're in blue. So we're going to go in, and we don't need this much, I can tell you this right now. I'm just going to put a little bit. And we're going to just take this. And the way Chalk has this transfer set up is that it's going to give this, the detailing is going to be all in that blue. So I'm going to just come down here. Be careful. So did anyone see any Black Friday lines, like outside of stores or anything? I know when I lived in Appleton, Best Buy, like they always would have like lines outside of their store when I'd be like heading into work. And I would think, nope. And back in the day, people used to actually camp outside of stores. I'm like, yep, nope. I was telling Jason that today, and I'm like, yep, nope. I'm too old for that. Standing out there freezing would not be for me. So we're going to reveal this top half because this is paste mixed with the shimmer paste. We'll still give it a little bit more drying time, but it still will dry faster. So we're going to carefully pull this up. And then, so you can see that, right? So, yeah, too cold for me. I mean, I did it the one time because it was more than 50% off, and as a single mom, he really wanted this. It was like an RCA race car remote thing, and we stayed in our cars until like the line like got back, because I really didn't care about the gift that you got. And that was the one time that my mom and I went. And we went and we got this RCA remote type car, but when you walked in, there wasn't even shopping cart. So as soon as I found a shopping cart, my mom went and stood in line. I went and found the toy that I went for, and then she stood in line, and as she stood in line, I went around and picked up anything else and watched where she was in line and moved with her in line that way. Sorry about that. So this is white paste. White paste does dry quicker too. So yeah. Very happy that Jason and I had our big winter coats on this morning when we went to dialysis. Because like I said, that being at 0 already with the wind chill, yeah, no. So I want to do these in black shimmer, like his boots. And I know they're black, but we're going to do black on black. Yeah. It was like, I'm freezing off and on. Oh, for frick's sakes. And I'm working on a big project tonight. So we are working on the big nutcracker leaner. So did you have a good time at the China buffet? Which China buffet do you go to? I never went to one of the China buffets. My boys always wanted, I think it was, after they closed Ponderosa. They did like their Ponderosa. And most of the time, if we'd get like the steak, we'd take the steak and stuff home. And we'd eat like all the pizza and everything else off the buffet. Okay, so now we're going to, oh yeah, I like how that looks. Oh, up there by like Pizza Hut? I don't know if Pizza Hut is still there. Oh, okay. Yeah, Melody was saying that she went to Five Below when they went to the mall, and I'm like, where's Five Below? And she's like, in Appleton? I said, Melody, Grandma has not been to Appleton, and I think like 3 years. I think it's been 3 years since I've been into Appleton. So I really need the black velvet, which I don't ever really use black velvet. And then, of course, when I say black velvet, the song Black Velvet. It's like so weird. Oh, my black velvet is like really like thick. But we're also going to run a little bit of this through here as well. Let's see if I can get this to loosen up a little bit. Oh, Lord have me. Hey Denise, how are you? So we are working on the big nutcracker. Just cutting out the transfer was like a lot. Okay, so because this is so, we're gonna shoot that. And then we're gonna put the lid on it. So we're going to get ready to pull the transfer up. We're gonna move things because Lord have mercy, I got so much stuff on my desk right now. It is not funny, y'all. It is not funny. And I do not think we're going to be using the blue, so I'm just going to put the lid on the blue right now. Throw those all back in there. Just give me a little bit more room here. And then we can do his coat and stuff. But I need, look at, these are just the boots and his legs. And then you will take that to your kitchen sink and you will clean it. And I will tell you, I have found that if I can get it to my sink fairly early, I find that it still comes off easier, especially like these darker colors. But if you don't have time to do that, just do a little bit of spray, right? And we're going to just set it on the cardboard. Because that'll help. Yesterday, I rearranged my office some more, which you guys can't really tell, but I moved the dresser. But look at this. Can you see that shimmer on his boots? I wanted to make his boots look like they were like shiny boots. But I think the detailing down here, I might have to go back and add some, but we're going to leave these for now so we can get another piece going here. So we are going to throw this up here. Look at, do you see? Again, I just smudged it. So maybe we'll do his face. First, we're going to clean my hands. Maybe I should play with my little torchy. No. That is for the resin. So just clean that off. And that is going to have to dry some more. So we'll just keep working around it because I don't want you guys to have to wait forever. This needs just a little bit. Nothing like that other one. I actually should try, when you're drying for a second, let's see if we can open up the laptop and see if we could get the if I could get the nutcracker to show up for us. Come on, come on. I don't care if I'm logged in or not. Just let me have the nutcracker. So the nutcracker gets pieces put on it that have the face, but then he has his teeth and his hair. So we don't really have to worry too much about this part. We just want to get it right here where his teeth would be. God, I see that picture of me, like I'm looking at you guys right now drying, but on my tablet it shows me bent over at my laptop. I've lost 20 pounds recently. Well, it's been a while since, I don't know, July or something. And when I look at myself bending over like that, doing it, you cannot even tell that 20 pounds. It's like, come on, man. Wouldn't you be nice to me and show like a little bit that I've lost? So we are going to fuzz. Fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. Oh, you know what? We're going to wax, wax, wax first. And then we will fuzz. So it can have a little bit of drying time. Okay. Ooh, look at, I've got chunky, chunky, chunky wax here. Chunky, chunky, chunky wax. And then we're carefully going to put just a little bit on here. And then we're going to hit this with the heat tool because I've got chunky, chunky wax. And you would think my office feels like it's, you know, so warm over here. But, you have to be careful where you store your paste and your, like your wax and stuff, because it will, some people who have like their she sheds and stuff, they have said that, they've had to add heat and had to add, you know, like for those of you that live the South, that you had to add air to some of their she sheds and that, because their paste was freezing if it was left outside, and making it a lot harder to use. And then in the summertime, sometimes if they left their paste open too long on their desk, it would dry out even faster. So just be mindful of where you're storing your paste. And if you work in the attic like my friend Kim used to do, just be mindful that, you know, if you don't have heat up there, not always a good thing. So remember, what do we do? My favorite part from the Karate Kid movie: wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. I almost think his face looks too dark, but we're going to fuzz, and I can always go back through and lighten his faces. Do y'all like smoked turkey? I got a smoked turkey breast, and I did not care for it. That was not what I thought. It was like, yeah, no, I didn't really care for it. Okay, now we're going to do the hat and the hair on the side. So you're going to line your transfer up again. You don't really have to worry about like air bubbles in here. You just want to make sure that your hat doesn't have any air bubbles, because this whole part here, nothing gets put on it. But you still want to make sure that it comes down so that his teeth and that are good. Ooh. So we are going to do the black shimmer. Nope, that's black velvet, if you please. See, can't help it. It just sticks in my head. And we're going to go in and squish out all the black shimmer from the bottom here. And this we are doing on top of that, that gold. Has anybody got one of the big nutcrackers from, what don't you, oh, Tammy doesn't like smoked turkey? Yeah, I didn't like it. The big nutcrackers from Walmart. The work that some of those people do to repaint all that, I'm like, yeah, no, that looks like way hell of a lot of work. I'm like, like, ew. I don't know what color these should be on the side. Oh, that's like his shirt collar. That's his shirt collar. So we're going to do his shirt collar in the metallic. Is this the metallic not opened? No. So it's got to be one of these other ones over here. Yeah, I didn't even realize that I had bought the smoked turkey, but I didn't like it. I'll just tell you, I did not like it. It's like yuck. So we're going to just go in and add that. And then we'll do his hair. I think his hair should be the white. I don't know. Or do they have his hair? His hair is white. See, and if you're lost at what colors to use, you open up the chalk website, and they always show you pictures of finished items as well. So that is great for some of us who are like, I don't know. So then we're going to go in here and see, look, we're already in an hour and 12 and we don't even have him done. And I even started early. I think I want his teeth a little bit more. Just make sure. Then go the opposite direction, and you can see when you're moving it, you want to be able to see the design. There we go. Oh, see, and right here, it already started to dry. That means my white paste is too thick. So we are going to try. Just clean that off where it's stuck. And see if we can fix it. Oh, I almost grabbed gold. That probably wouldn't have been good. See if that worked. That's better. That is better. This piece will go to the kitchen as well. And then this is his little face. You're at your mom and you're situated. That's good, okay. Then we are going to see how his body is doing. And then, is your mom down for the night? I'm just gonna squish some of that in there so that white, because we're gonna need that later on his hair and stuff, and that'll help to start work that in. And if you ever get it too wet, if you think it's too wet, before you work on it a little bit, just leave the lid off, and that will really help. Because now look at the difference. This is the difference. You want it to be creamy, and because it wasn't that creamy, that is why it pulled up some. So we are now going to work on the middle. And we are definitely going to hit this with the heat tool. Because you can see here where it bubbled up a little bit. Yeah, he's still sleeping. You know, Kim, when I told you I was going to go in and lay down and a nap, he was asleep before that. And he's still sleeping. And I went in and asked him when I was making, because we just had leftovers, I'm like, do you want to eat? And he's like, no. I'm like, I'm going live and I'm going to do a long live. Do you want? Do you want something? And he's like, no. But he did not sleep last night. He had a really rough night of sleeping because he was in so much pain. And then the only sleep that he got was about 2 hours of sleep during dialysis. So I didn't even get like the full. So yeah. So I'm going to be gentle in the middle here because that's where I had a little bit of the paint pull up. And we're going to heat this because you can see my paste, my wax got like really super cold. Okay, so have you guys ever heard of this? It's a lidocaine rinse spit that he's going to have to do. So they gave me little syringes that I have to and put it in the syringe. Then I have to put this in his mouth and he has to swirl this around in his mouth. And then once he's like swirled it around and we think pretty good, it says to spit. And I asked the pharmacist, I said, can he swallow? And she's like, it's whatever your thing says to do. And I looked it up and it says that if you do swallow it, it's like, it's a preference, but you're not putting that much in your mouth, but they're hoping to get the inner ears. And I said, how is that supposed to help his inner ears? Like, I don't understand. Because I'm thinking, well, if he's got drops, why aren't we putting drops like down inside his ears? And it's to help with that inner pain that's like his sinuses and stuff that's pushing on his eardrums. So I'm hoping, I am really hoping that this is going. I feel really bad and I sit in there. I'm like super duper tired and he knows my granddaughters are coming tomorrow and I really don't want to be super tired when they come. So, one, I have to get him up and change his continuous glucose monitor sensor. So, right, favorite part of the movie, right? Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Well, Daniel-san, I think Daniel-san had to do circles. I will have to change his sensor. He will eat. And most likely he will go straight back to sleep after I get all his meds and everything in him. At least that is my prayer. So I'm hoping this is going to be good. I like to hit it with the dryer. I like how pretty it looks. I don't know when they're coming. And I thought about taking some, I got the cinnamon rolls, the frozen ones, you know, by Rhodes, like the bread company. I did a survey for them and they sent me a coupon for free. And I thought about having that, but I know that they're watching their diet too, so. But we have ham and turkey. We have leftover dressing, cranberries. I would have to make Dalton real mash or instant potatoes because he does not like real potatoes. And I only have a little bit of sweet potatoes left. This one has the metallic and then the black over it. So you can see those. And now that's just wax that you're seeing on top of there. So now we're going to fuzz that last piece. And the wax makes my hands feel dry. I don't like it. This material is like really weird, Kim. It's like a heavy duty like type of cardboard thing. I don't know, it's weird. So I'm gonna fuzz this, and then once we finish this, William will come back tomorrow and do the rest because, my lord, y'all, it's already late. I don't know. They spent time with he spent time in Appleton tonight with his dad. I don't know that they were at the China buffet. Oh yeah, like the back of the shiplap boards. Yep. So fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzz. So he has a lot of like gold on here as well. So we're going to just see how this looks. And we're going to make sure we get it right. Yeah, see, like you can see that. So down here is where the feet go. That's why, remember, I had to mark that. So now we're going to go in and we're really going to try and get as much of the air bubbles out of here. To lay down up there. Now the first thing I need to do is make sure I do the beard, because I do not want to do where his beard is in the red. Oh, the stars go on his boots. Now you don't have to follow it to the T of what they show. It's just on there to show. So I'm going to tell you that when you do this, you're going to put a piece on there because there's like very little, like if you do this, like look, I'm going to do a lot on the teal part. And when you do this, it's only the design part that's going to show. So I'm just going to do a little bit and show you. Yeah. Oh, for frick's sakes. I did too many layers. It pulled some of that off yet. I'm hoping that's going to be okay. I'm hoping. But I want to just do like an outline of where his beard is so that I don't screw that part up. I might have to go in and do a little doctoring in that one area. So I know it shows me going over the middle of it, but I'm really not. I just want to get like the edge of where the beard is supposed to be. And then we're going to do the red. And we got to clean another squeegee because I didn't clean any of my big ones. Good thing that they are silicone and they come off pretty easily. We're going to stir this up. Remember, give it a quick little stir, especially now it's been sitting out quite a bit. Give it a little shot. Not a lot, just a little shot. And then we're going to put this on and we're going to do like a side at a time. Those should have been. I know sometimes I feel like I've got all these, you know, like Christmas ones, and it's like, hey, Donna, you better get your butt in gear, because before you know it, Christmas will be over and you still won't have got your chalking done. And that would not make me happy at all, I'm just going to tell you. So who watched the Macy's Day Parade? I like floats in the parade. I don't care for all that singing off to the side and stuff. That part I don't really care about. But, you know, to each their own, right? His innards are going to be lined with gold. Why? Because I want to. Yeah, see, you take orders, you do that kind of stuff. I don't. That's where at least this part is easier for me. I do not have to worry about that kind of stuff. But, you know, if I was doing orders and stuff, I would probably be up and to all, oh shoot, fire, hours of the night trying to get stuff done. And I used to do that when people would pay me to make their fudge and stuff. A lot of times I would do their fudge. It'd be late at night and I would be working on that kind of stuff. Because, you know, you work your regular job, then you come home and you try and do everything, and it just sometimes doesn't work out right. There's so much stuff that goes on. So I'm going to pull from this side so you guys can see a little preview, and then you can see where some of it pulled up, which is why I was trying to dry it before, but I might be able to fix that. Yeah, like, let me tell you, my internet has been really crappy. But, I just keep trying to work with it. I say bad words all the time, and it's like, why? I pay so much money. Why can't you work the way you're supposed to? And, you know, I've called them so many times. I swear to God that I could be blue in the face trying to talk to them. And I just don't get any answers. You know, they'll tell me, well, you need to get a like a router booster, which we did. You need to move your booster or your router, put your router up higher. We did. You know, they tell you all this stuff, and it's just like, okay, I keep doing all this stuff, but when is this going to work the way it's supposed to for all the money that I'm paying? You're making steps out front. How are you making steps, Kim? Like, I know how to make steps with, like, concrete and stuff, but, like, those type steps, or are you doing something else? So I'm going to go in with, of course, the shimmer, because, you know how much I love my shimmer. So I used to watch some of our big chalk people, Kenny and Sean, and his one Halloween project took almost 2 hours, and I was like glued. I was like, I wasn't getting off, and I always think, oh Lord, if I'm on that long, I'm gonna lose everyone. Oops. So we are going to finish this tomorrow after I get this piece done, where we add all the little pieces, because there's a lot of pieces to add to this. So I'll take that back. Maybe Sunday, because I don't know when my kids are coming, and I want to be able to spend time with them. Because, now with them living in Missouri, I don't get to see them as much as I'd like to. Not that I don't want to visit with my son, but I like having just grandma time too. Let me just tell you. Now we're going to go see how bad that is, that part that that pulled off. So I can see some of the stuff. I'm going to have to go in and do a little but some I might do like with watercolor, the watercolor look, Okay. Oh. It feels so warm now. I'm first going to you know what? Maybe we'll just take this black. I want to see if I can play touch up with right there, where it pulled up a little bit. There you can't really tell as much, but you could tell on the black. So we're going to go in and try and make that a little bit thicker. And see down here it did as well. So we're just going to go in there. I need to do his belt buckle different anyways, because you can't even tell that's his belt buckle. So I'll just go around that with the silver. to silver or gold to do the belt buckle part. Sometimes these ones with all the details, it's like, I know a lot of people are afraid to do them, and they will just do all the detail like straight black or whatever because they don't want to deal with all the extra little stuff. You're going to do the what? Oh, that's the flowers, right, Kim? So we're going to turn this. Oh, no, we're going to come down here first. Why, we got just that right amount right there. And some of these, they actually leave so it's supposed to look like it's worn. But if you don't like that look, which I don't. So you can see where I filled in and where I didn't. And I will fill in on this side because I don't like that look. And then I can go back and fix like the outer area of it, which really won't matter because we're going to put those one pieces on there. But just in case they don't line up perfectly, then I don't have to worry because it will be, it'll look perfect anyways. Jason's throat has been so raw, we stopped and actually got him a banana shake, which we know that bananas are not good for him. But I'm like, you know what? You haven't had anything, and if that is what you want, then I say just do it sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to go on this side. It's a little messier. So I'm going to go in with the black and try and fix areas around here. It'll get a fit, like just a little bit of a cleaner look. And see, you can't really tell right now where it pulled that up a little bit. But this area here, oh, this looks like a mess. And the reason that would be is because I might have had an air bubble or I just didn't have it enough. So we're going to go in here and just clean it up a little bit. And these are yours, so you can do whatever you would like to it. If you know, if you don't want to deal with all that, then you don't have to. Kim, have you ever had your paste freeze on you? I know you used to chalk in your attic. Just wondered if you ever had issues with it freezing like up in your attic. Yeah, we'll see if he has too much potassium, it can It's not good for his heart now, because his body has a hard time cleaning potassium out of his body. And if it doesn't, that's when he was, before he went to the hospital the last time, he kept having back pains and chest pains. And that was because of his kidneys were not cleaning it out like they were supposed to. So he was having some major issues then. But now we know, and that's why I have to rinse the potatoes. And that's why it's better for him that if he goes out to eat, that he has like onion rings instead of French fries, is because of that reason as well. But this is the first time he's had a banana, and I don't even know when. And he actually had a banana shake because this stuff is making his throat so sore. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. In fact, I might give him a meal replacement type shake tonight, so that he doesn't even really have to get up out of bed. He could just drink that in bed. Okay, look at the difference now. Do you see that difference? And I know that the other little pieces will go on it and it wouldn't really matter. But, you know, some of you know I have some issues. Well, somebody must have got off, or he would have been commenting on that right away. It's a good thing my ex and I are friends, and we can be good parents to our son. Even though he is older, it's still nice. We can be great friends. We just can't live together, or we want to kill each other. So I don't know if any of you have that issue, but yeah, that's where we are. Just gonna pull this and make this. Now I do have those Sharpie markers, but I want to show you guys how you can do this without having to buy anything else. But I would definitely not rush this one. Oh, and I made that a little too fat. Damn it, Donna. Maybe we'll just make it all fat like that. Instead of having to try and clean it up and make it skinnier, we'll just make it all fatter. How's that? And he's been through a lot. He's changed a lot and stuff, but he'll say something every now and then, and then it's like, I don't have to listen to that. I don't have to get upset. It's okay. It's okay. Because him and his son still know how to push my buttons. And of course, you know, for a lot of guys, I think it's their little game that they play, but I would have to say it's definitely got better for us in the last couple years. But, yeah. Okay. I think this is all the... Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, I forgot to fix that. Little plan, we're almost. These are not chalk markers. These are Sharpies from Amazon. And I will tell you, like, look, this one, Kim. Let me just see which one. Let me find the one. They work so much better. Let me first shut these one lids because some of these are just so dry. I need to go and really take care of some of my paste. And I got to remember that even though I have lids on them, they're not all the way on. So these ones are these. And they are called the Creative Markers. So watch the difference up here. Oh my God, do I love these. And we all know how hard it is to draw a straight line with a paint marker. So these just make it so much easier. Like, whoo. Okay, so like that one I actually need red, but I'll show you here where this got to be just a little bit too much. I'll do the bottom, and then you can see the difference on the top, how having it a little crisper looks. And I don't know how close the red is to the red that I need, but okay, do you see that? So this one down near the bottom is the one I did with the paste. And then the one above it is what I did with the, and I will tell you, it's so much easier to do with these markers. And these are the markers that can paint on glass as well. So I think this red is not quite the same red. Ooh, no, not quite. We're going to go down here somewhere and see. Like, you can see that little bit of a difference in there. But you can see I've got the paint oil markers. I have like this Sharpie one. This is an oil base. These are not oil based, but they do everything. I love them. Now, where is, see, like this one, it'll say, listen, you have to shake it. And then you have to be careful when you do it that, you know, you got to dot it first and you got to be really careful. Now that looks like a face, which I don't like. Oh, God, not that one. Where's that black one I just had? I mean, it's good for like colors like these that you don't have. But I will tell you,
Look at that. So which ones did I do on glass? I had some glass over here that I showed you guys. Oh, here on my water ones. Watch. So this is writing with that. And then I wrote with just regular Sharpie. So we're just going to go, look at this. So you can use these on glass. You can use them on paper. You can, they're like green eggs and ham. You can use them everywhere. And I really, truly like how nice they were. I need to see if they have them in glitter, like shimmery type too. Because I think that would make like a huge difference. But like in some of the detailing, like over here, you know, like you can just fix some of those details with this instead of worrying about the paste. And then if you have to go back in with the paste, you could go in and do like a little bit of refinement, but it wouldn't be as hard to crisp it up. Like it is with just doing it like this. My personal opinion, I would use these all the time. But I really do want to show you guys, you know, how to do stuff with chalk. So look at that. Okay, so this is part of him. Let me find his legs. I put his legs over here. Now you could leave this way. And I would definitely put like tape over the back of it so it stays better. But I think his face is too dark. I think I'm going to go in and lighten up his face. So look at, I can't even get him all on screen. But do you see that? Look at that. I think his face looks too dark. What do y'all think? Look at this. 2 hours just to do this part. And it's not even done. It is not even done. Not even. Oh, you know what? We have this color that is called Dear Diary. I am going to see what happens if we paint Dear Diary on his face. Don't do what I just did. I just stuck a wet brush in there. No, this one has stuff on it. Hang on. Oh my God. It will take forever just to clean my transfers and stuff. Okay, now I want you guys to see something. Do you see how that is beating up on there? That is because of the wax. So you really need to go in there and not too much water. Get your paste. And then let's see if we can spread it. And if not, we might have to do like a little whitewash with it. But I think this might be better. To me, it looks too dark. And I really don't want to go back through and like totally start from the beginning with him. So we're going to see what we can do. Just going to let it work a little bit. Let it soak in just a little bit and then lightly spread it. I think this will look better. I wanted it to have like that wood look, but to me that's just too dark. So you might have to add a second coat tomorrow once this has dried a little bit. But it could, once it dries, it could just give it that little bit of a lighter look that we're looking for. So what do you think? I think his face looks better lighter. And this is called Dear Diary. I don't remember Dear Diary. Like, where did Dear Diary come from? But I will tell you then, instead of trying to paint those teeth white, I would go in just like this and paint them white. Because I think this works a whole lot nicer. And then I would do a second coat on his teeth as well. And I will tell you, doing anything over that the baking soda and stuff, it does give it a different texture to work with as well. But I just want it to have like that little bit, like the hair without worrying about totally being there. And then we'll fix his face tomorrow. But look at that. So I have to wash like a few transfers. Okay, so this is my favorite snowman. Hang on. He's my favorite one. He is my favorite. And he's on a 4-foot shelf. And then on the back side, I had did Halloween. And I will go back through and do glow in the dark on top of it. But where this sets, it never is in total dark. So I love this. And all I did was, if you look at him on the side, maybe you can see, these are simple shapes that I did. And I did the other one and the round simple shapes too. And then I did it. So it's just what your imagination can think up. So we're going to make sure paste lids are on. And then look at this big mess that I have of look at this. Put you over here, you over here. Look at this. All of these to clean, and then these transfers. So yeah, So thank you for sticking out with me. I will try and keep you guys posted in the Happy-go-Lowery's messenger to when and if I can go live tomorrow, because y'all want me to spend time with my granddaughters. So I will let you know, and if not, we will do this on, we'll finish them up on Sunday, because I mean, look at this. And we weren't playing around, but it still took us forever, 2 hours. And we're not even totally done. So yeah, that took a long time. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for putting up with me. Please like, share this out, subscribe. Please give me some hearts. Y'all know how that if you tap your screen, a lot of times you can send hearts my way. And if you do that, Facebook really likes that. So if you're ever watching and you come across one of my lives, if you just tap like the hearts on there, it really does show Facebook. And that's a great way that you can support me without costing you money. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you again. Sorry it took so long. I knew it would be long, but not that long, and we're still not done. So y'all have a great night, and I will chit chat with y'all later. As soon as I find my little thing to turn off my phone. You guys have a great night. Bye now.